Okay, hello. We're gonna do some more live streaming. Working on the Lumibricks Street Fusion Barbershop. Um, it's been a little bit of time since I started this, but I haven't worked on it any additional amount here. We're moving on to bag 10, and I'm looking forward to it. There was some issues in the first couple of bags of like pieces that I was missing. I did find some pieces eventually, like the window pane elements. There's still one piece that I was missing. One of the let me see here. This piece that's kind of that weird color there is not right. It's supposed to be the same color as these pieces over here, sort of this blue color. So I haven't gotten that one yet. I just pulled one of those like hinge brick pieces from a different Lumibricks set, and that one is, as far as I know, still missing out of this, but I did find some of the other window pane elements that I thought I was missing, and some other stuff. And then we started working on the second floor here, which is maybe like a lawyer's office or something like that. And we're going to continue working on that in this video. So thanks for hopping in here. I appreciate that for anybody who watches. Subscribe to the channel. There is a giveaway going on right now. Go find that giveaway video and make sure to leave a comment on that. That will enter you into the giveaway as long as you're subscribed, liked, and then make a comment there. And that's when we hit 10,000 subscribers. If we hit 10,000 subscribers on the SoBricks channel. As of today, I think we just got 9,000, but that could go up or down in the near future. So until there's like a little bit of a buffer, we'll sort of see. But I really appreciate all the support. I'm going to be doing more streaming and some more like members only stuff. So if you want to help support the channel, become a YouTube member, go to the Patreon. That stuff is great as well. And we're going to get into the build here. So I'm gonna just put this up here, and I don't know, I suppose you just open this all together. Okay, that's that makes sense. And I think I don't know if I'll finish this today, but I'll probably stream for, I don't know, hour, 2 hours, something like that now, maybe more later, and then maybe finish it tomorrow, which would be cool. And if you're not into Lumibricks, that's okay, or if you don't have any experience with Lumibricks, that's all right too. Maybe come check it out, see what they have to offer. I've been really liking a lot of their stuff. It's pretty good value in my opinion when compared to other comparable things. And I'll be live streaming some just like Lego builds as well eventually. But for right now, well, I did live stream the I suppose I did the Star Wars logo set, but now I'm doing some of the Lumibricks here, and I have lots of other Star Wars sets. I'm not gonna stream every set that I build and review, but once in a while I'll do that and pop in for one. And eventually, if the streams are going well, then maybe I'll schedule it out a little bit in advance so people know to tune in if they would like. So that's kind of my spiel for that stuff. And, ooh, that's printed. That is printed. We don't want printed. So this one. And I think we're just building the sort of front facade area that's going to go kind of on the balcony up here, and close that up. But then when you do open up the side of this over here, I think that probably will remain here, but it might not actually stud down, so we might actually just be able to pull that off, just given how this is tiled out in here, which is fine, all good. I don't know if this is the right color here, but it might be. I don't know what my favorite Lumibricks set I've done is. I mean, I have some ideas. I haven't done that many. I think the Haunted Mansion, or like the Haunted House that they did, is really, really, really good. So that one's like super fun to build. That was one of the earlier ones that I built. It's great. It's properly like spooky, and it's just very enjoyable, and it looks really cool. So there's some good features there. I hope they do more stuff like that, more haunted stuff. I think would be great. But it is technically in the, like, what do they call it? They call it like the X series, or it's sort of like an unaffiliated theme, so it's not part of one of their like sub theme type things or one of their main theme type things. But that is still pretty cool. There's some other stuff that's technically in their like X line of stuff that I might look at. I really liked that like Sylvan Inn set, it was called, sort of like an elf tavern type thing. That was really a fun set as well. Some cool pieces in there, and just generally very neat. It's another one kind of like this one. It opens up in sort of a weird way to get access there, but that's all right. And I think this one is going to be a little bit strange, but hopefully it ends up just being no problem here. And I'm still, you know, I'm new to streaming, so I'm just still figuring out the what the ad situation is like. I don't know if people how often they see ads or what. I don't have any experience, I don't think, with like, you know, supers or memberships through the live stream, but I think there is, you know, there is that is a thing that happens, I believe, and like stickers and super chats and thanks and all stuff like that, which are different ways to like support the channel, but I don't know really what the mechanisms are or how they operate. So if you know, if you're watching and you know, let me know. That's always helpful. I'm trying to do streaming as like the streams that I've seen, but also learn and try to just do the best that I can as SoBricks here. So I may not always have it 100% right, but you know, we're just doing what we can. I do know that I'm not like very exciting when I'm building, and maybe that's not as exciting to watch. I don't know. I mean, I watch stuff like this, I think, and now I believe I missed something here. So, well, that stays. These pieces in there. I think Lumibricks does a pretty good job with the instructions. Sometimes the colors are a little bit difficult for me, but so are Lego. I've never used well, maybe I have used the physical instructions for a Lumibricks set, although I'm not positive. I try to just get like the PDFs or something, but they do include physical instructions, and they are nice, nicely produced. I think they occasionally, I don't know how common it is, but there have been instances where there has been like an error in the instructions that went out to people. And so then with the digital instructions and stuff, they're able to quickly address those and fix whatever step it is and whatever else. So that is one of the benefits of doing it like that, I suppose. But also it's just a different different philosophy. You know, like Lego puts out just all their instructions digitally as well, which is typically what I use. They don't, I think. I think they're pretty strict on their how their instructions are laid out, such that I think it's probably less common that there's errors there than it is for Lumibricks, but it's not particularly common with Lumibricks. It's just one of the things that I've encountered, and I think other people have encountered at various times, which is that's fine. It's one of those other things where Lumibricks maybe is moving a little quick, but you know, there's a lot of benefits to that, and there's a couple sort of downsides to that as well. One of them potentially being that you know, certain quality control things are missed, and so there's like errors present in something that, you know, ships out. But I think I've only encountered that once or twice or something. Not anything too crazy. I don't know if I wonder if I can watch Taskmaster if I don't play it through the stream and I don't show it and nobody hears the audio but me. I don't see why I couldn't, but maybe that's not as fun for everybody, all of the people. Still figuring out the music situation. I'm using a thing called Pretzel, which is specifically music for streams, I believe, YouTube and for Twitch. And I haven't found, you know, the perfect station or channel that I like or mix there, but I do believe, at least for streaming, it's all good copyright wise. For the actual VOD after the fact, I think it's a little bit different, which I'm still learning there, but I'm okay with sort of the just super low-key, what do they call this, like, not lo-fi but maybe lo-fi, just relax in here. Because, well, I do probably prefer when I'm doing stuff like this to have something without lyrics in it or anything like that. But okay, we got a printed window pane here, and these were in their own bag, but they were separate. They weren't in like the bag from the pieces that were missing, that I thought were missing, that I actually ended up finding eventually. But that is how I'm used to them doing that. Oh, and here, this is so... okay. This, I think, is an issue that they... I don't know if they would correct this at this point, but it does make some of the other elements of this set stick out a little bit, which is unfortunate, because it's one of those Lumibricks is, I believe, just a Chinese company. I don't know, I'm sure many of the employees and designers and different things have pretty good English and different stuff, but they have sometimes the language that they use and the graphic design, like the font types that they use and stuff, can be a little bit iffy, I would say. And here we have these printed window panes for a phone number, which is nice. We have all of the digits here, but on this other printed piece that's on the first floor, they don't have enough digits here. There should maybe be like one more X there. So the one above here has 4. This one only has 3, so that's not enough digits for a phone number generally in the US, which I believe this is sort of, you know, New York or Chicago or something in the kind of 80s, 90s era. And so we don't have enough digits there. And then to make matters worse, or just to like highlight the error, this one is done correctly. Had this one been done incorrectly, still would have pointed it out, but then there would be some other kind of, not necessarily deniability, but it's just like a consistent issue. Whereas here it does seem like more of an obvious gaffe or error, that some of them are correct, but the other ones are not. So a little thing like that. I don't know if they fixed that print for the lower level there and are shipping them with the, you know, fixed print, or maybe it would be something where they would make that new piece, and for people that, you know, write in or something and say, hey, you know, this is not right, maybe they would send them that piece. I think that would be a good way to handle it. They don't have to like print a bunch of them. Here's another one with the correct sort of amount of digits for a phone number there. That wouldn't be a terrible way to do it. I think you don't have to like automatically send everybody a new one that has the set, because it's pretty difficult to know that. But when people reach out, you know, make it so that they are able to get that corrected. It would just be one piece here, and it would be not too difficult of a thing to correct. But I don't know. I still don't have experience with Lumibricks support, even though I did send them in a message about the missing piece in this set. I haven't heard back from them yet, which is not a great sign, but I haven't finished building the set yet, and I will reach back out to them when I'm done and I have the actual accurate catalog of like what pieces I was missing here. So not a huge issue, but hopefully when I do finally, you know, finish up, they will get back to me in a, you know, semi promptly, because that's important. And I got to see what their customer service is like. I hope it's good. Their competitors have pretty good customer service, all things considered. So I think it's important to have that, especially when they're moving quick, they're making certain errors. It's good to, you know, do right by the customers and whatever, and make those things correct as best they can. So whether if that's making new prints and getting those out to people or having those on hand, that's one way of doing it. But there's probably other ways that their support could improve, and maybe it's, you know, busy, or it's whatever else that makes it so they didn't respond to me right away. But I'm not too worried about it right now. So really nice kind of wall here, and this has hinges on it, so it's going to connect up in a way that, oh, it's going to fold out, and then this is going to fold out even more. That's a little bit strange, I think, but who knows? You know, maybe that's the best way to do it. It's just, if this is like on a street, like people do with modular buildings and different things, it's going to be a little bit difficult when all of the buildings have different ways of opening them. So I'm actually not sure if these are really designed or optimized for like city builders, where they want to like you know, you take the layers off to get in there and everything else, but and you can do that with these, but there's still a lot of access that's limited. And then if you build them into a city, you pop these on mills plating and stuff like that. If they're all in a row, like a sort of street might be, it's going to be very difficult to open many of these sets. And I think, I don't know, even within themes, even within Street Fusion, or even within Town Life and stuff, they have different ways of doing that, which I have talked about on the previous streams a fair amount. So I think when nobody's here, what am I supposed to talk about? Maybe I just gotta just relax. But I don't know if people watch the VODs or will eventually. Maybe. And I don't know if I'll be able to use the VODs to like edit into my build and reviews if I do stream more just random sets that I'm going to be reviewing. I'll have to see about that, because I would normally like pull out the audio of the build section anyway and then speed it up and then record voiceover over it. So there's a potential that would be the case. Whether or not the build is as fluid, because I guess ideally would be engaging with chat or whatever else. Maybe I'm not building at the most efficient, fastest kind of pace that I might otherwise be building. And I know on some level I want to make stuff not be boring, and on another level I'm pretty content with the way I already do things here, that maybe it is a little bit boring. I just try to be level-headed, calm, sort of neutral thing here, and get to share my opinions and my this hobby with anybody out there, which is kind of the main goal for me. So I do want to continue to be allowed to do that without having to overly kind of exaggerate what I'm doing or what I'm working on or what I think. I try to just I feel good about where I'm at or how I operate here. So we're gonna put this one over here, and I think we will tile this out and then pop this into place. So kind of a bigger sub-assembly here for this so far. Oh, we're going to build some internal details in there as well with what looks to me to be bookshelfy type stuff, which is good. I always like seeing the different choices used for like bookshelf type builds in buildings and things like that. Lego has done them in different ways, and certainly Lumibricks has done them in different ways. Ooh, this is interesting. I think this is going to be a bookshelf, but it could be something else. It could definitely be something else. I don't know if this is a lawyer's office. What do lawyers have in their office? Books. And what else? Paper. And files. And not a ton else. I haven't spent that much time in a lawyer's office to really know. But oh, maybe this is... Gonna have a little bit of a, I guess, water cooler type thing here, or something that gets popped on the end there, which is kind of neat. Is this just going to be like a little cart? Doesn't have wheels right now, so I don't... What could this possibly be? Oh. So it's not a water cooler type thing. Definitely not. It's just a shelf with some stuff on it. Wow, you know, it had us building in one direction and then not building in the other direction. And I was like, oh, I'm certain that this is how it's gonna go, but wrong. I was wrong there. I don't know what this is gonna be either. Because I think this is just an office space, not a living space, and maybe the next floor up is a living space or something like that. So I'll have to see. Oh, this is clever. This is a good use of pieces. I'm not sure if I've seen this done exactly this way before, but I mean, I'm assuming this is meant to be a sort of copier here, which is very cool. Nicely done for that. So we can get that going there. Yeah, it looks like a little copier with the sort of darker translucent. It's not the perfectly clear like this one. It's a little bit darker in there. It is backed by white pieces, so maybe it doesn't look as dark. And then we do end up, they show this attaching here, and they do it off of the build. But let me see this. If I pop that on there, and then we're gonna finish out this over here. So if I open this now, what happens? Okay, so I open this up. We get access over here, kind of. We get access over here, and then I open this up, but this can't be opened up until it's out because it's sort of locked in there, and it has to be put back together. And then this floor slides out, this floor slides out. Huh. Very interesting. And I'm also not sure, this doesn't have a real closure there either, right? I gotta make sure that's in all the way. And then that should just ideally slide in there. Maybe once I get the other pieces on there up here to really lock down this this hinge area, we will be able to do that. So pop that down there, and hopefully all the lights are going to be working between the levels. And I know we have some more lights yet to do, which is what makes these so fun and so interesting compared to other things on the market. Pop that down like that. I think we are good here. Let me actually go ahead and test this with the power. I'm just using a standard random power battery here, or like power bank type thing. Okay, yeah, we get that. So no light in the copier. That would have been kind of cool. But oh yeah, and we already do have a water cooler here, although we're running into some, maybe we move this up a little bit here. Goes in there a bit better. I think that's what I want. So nice. All looks good to me. And now I think we're officially moving on to the next level here. Extra pieces. I believe I have a bag for the extra pieces from this set that I'm just sort of gathering. They do extra pieces different than other companies. So sometimes you might see an extra piece that wouldn't typically be there, but that is just one of the many differences. Okay. And now we are going to, oh, that's actually the end of book 3. So let me pull up, or sorry, the end of book 2. Okay, I think I can move this now, and we're gonna work on the next floor, the third floor there, and starting on bag 11. So I'm actually gonna just move this so we have a little bit more working space here. Only 2 bags numbered 11 for now. We'll have to see if I need to go searching for some there, because occasionally that happens, for me at least, that I don't grab all of the bags that are the numbered at the right time. That's what happened with some of the pieces that I thought I was missing, but they were in a bag, and especially like the clear pieces, and then it's like, oh, they're still in the bag that the pieces come in, and I've already sort of tossed it aside there, which is actually what happened with some of the pieces that I thought were missing, some of those window pane pieces, but I was able to get them out and put them in their designated spots, which is good. And hopefully this will give us more insight. I don't know if from this bag of pieces, but eventually we will then know what the upper floor of this building is going to be. I want to say it makes sense to have it be a living area, just because there was like a for rent sign and there's all this stuff like that out here. I think, I don't know, living above a barbershop, probably not too bad. One of the other Street Fusion things that came up before this, which I am actually really interested in building, is the boxing gym. And living above a boxing gym sounds not as fun. I don't know why. It just sounds like it'd be noisier. And but maybe not. Although I do know that sometimes, like, you have an office like under a karate studio or something, and it's just noise all the time. And boxing, probably similar. And I don't know if it's better to be above it then or below it. Neither is probably the best way. I don't know if this is going to have a little bit of a balcony as well here. Is that just a 5? 4? Is it actually... Oops. Oh, you know what? I'm not even using the correct separator there. Let me get that figured out. Is there... This is too big. What did I mess up? Aha! I didn't mess up anything. I just couldn't see that one. I wonder if we will see some, you know, I don't, does Lego do like non-compete agreements and things where if you like design for Lego, they're a little bit, well, if they're particular about where you go and work afterwards? Because it'd be interesting to see like if a Lego designer coming to Lumibricks with all of their pieces and their printing and all of the different stuff that they do, and the lighting and stuff over there. I think that there's some real potential there, but I don't know. Well, maybe none of them want to, or maybe the pay isn't whatever. I don't know the Lumibricks situation as far as what they pay, but I'd be interesting to see some other designers come in and work with the Lumibricks system and the Lumibricks library, because I don't want to say that Lego has like, oh, Lego's got the best designers, but they do have really, really good designers. And so I'd like to sort of see what their designers might do with a little less restriction from the bean counters, as it were, and more opportunity for all of these different prints and different pieces, and utilizing the lighting system. I just think there's tons of stuff here. I also don't know if Lumibricks has the same kind of like mod or mock maker community. They're still pretty new to the game, but I'd be interested in seeing that as well. Like people who just are good designers in their own right, building with the Lumibricks pieces, I think would be pretty interesting. And I don't know, I'm a little bit tangled up here. This here is coming right there. How do I get these all apart in a safe, normal way? I don't think I've encountered this amount of like tangling of wires here, so let us just work through this. We'll bring that one through there. What does that open us up to? Pop this one over here. And oh, yep, there's a knot in the middle there. So what needs to go where? I'm assuming this has to loop through there. It's like a little puzzle inside of the set to have to do this. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. Should be able to. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because it had two pieces sticking together. That is probably why that happened. There we go. We're all done. Nice. And this is going to be one of the pressure ones here, which is cool. I don't know if I've seen this style of light utilized before, which I'm excited about. I don't know what it's going to do, but I imagine it's going to do something there. Get those all out, and we are going to pop this one right here, I think, and then these pieces are going to kind of come out this way. And these pieces are also going to come out this way. Something probably like that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. So this one's definitely coming out here. Back there. Get this through the little channel. I think that's good. Can I feed that back through there? Where are my handy dandy Lumibricks supplied tweezers, just to test if I have a little bit of, yeah, we're okay there. Great. That's going to come over this way. And, oh, now it is going to put those two together. Of course. Maybe it doesn't matter. Well, I suppose it matters a little bit, but do that one over on that side, this one over on this side. Get those in the channel there, and we can move them back and forth, which is what I try to accomplish. That's why they have those special pieces that the patent there. I'm gonna flip this over, and where are we going? We're going up and over. Pop that one on there. Make sure that's in there all the way. So I'm not pinching any wires. Get that on there. Can I still move this? Yeah, a little bit. Perfect. This one's going to go over and out. I'm probably going to pop a 3-er on there. Great. Great. On to the next part. And I know there's like some roof details on this. I don't know what that's gonna actually entail. I know I have this printed piece here. I think there's some more printed pieces that are not separated out right now that will be in the bags actually, which will be great. They do a good job with those most of the time. I don't know, this one doesn't have the phone number on it, so no error there. But that's, I guess, nice. Also, I'm still not sure, like, it's great that it's printed. I don't know, you know, what if I love the design or like what it says necessarily. It just feels a little bit strange, and maybe it's supposed to be a bit more heightened, or it's supposed to be a bit different there. I would be fine with that. I'm just not. Oh, and these, I guess these are sort of the pearl silver-ish kind of color. In the instructions, I think they look more pearl silvery. Personally, I think this is going to be a roof section. I don't. This is all. That doesn't seem right. Is one of these a different color? Yes. So this stuff is tough for me because Lumibricks has some colors that are just very close, and I think I have that with other manufacturers as well. With the Lego group, there's a color that's like super light aqua or something that I sometimes think is just white or something. I believe this is the piece we're looking for here. A little bit of a different color, but it should match up with some of these wall pieces. And nice to get all the different colors of the masonry bricks that Lumibricks does. I think that's very, very cool. I think the Lego group only does masonry bricks out of like certain colors. It was a big deal when we got a bunch of the sand green ones and things like that. But then like Lumibricks, they did the red brick row house, and we got a lot of awesome masonry bricks from that. And now we got these like dark bluish ones, which is cool. And I hope they just make them out of, you know, just make them out of every color. Why not? We're going to come back down here. Interesting. I hope, yeah, that's going to work fine with the hinge. It should at least work fine with the hinge. And where are we going? Is that far enough down? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think so. Thread this on there. You know, the wires going around hinges is, yeah, I think they do a pretty good job. I think there was one wire earlier in this set that was maybe a little bit, I don't know if it was just slightly too short. They it's important to try to get the wires, you know, exactly right. It's better to have them be slightly too long than slightly too short, for sure. But I haven't encountered anything in any of the sets that I built where the wire is just like not long enough and it's just not going to work, but it's been close. And I think there was one earlier in this set where I was like really having to work a little bit with it, and that's not ideal. Okay, we got that. This is going to come up here, just go through there, and we'll pop this one on top. And then I don't think there's any more of the contact plates, so everything from here on out should kind of be up on this level, I think. And yeah, we're just going to be building this kind of roof area, or I guess living area, but not sure yet. This is going to come inside here. And what do we got? We got this. Yeah, that should be fine. Easy. Easy work there. That's good. Yeah, so this one, oh, it does have a contact plate, but there's not going to be another one on top of this. Okay, that makes sense to me. I don't know how they're going to do power transmission up to the floor above this one, if there is some, which I think there may be, but we will just wait and see. Wait and see what we got. If you're just popping in here and you actually are here, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy some of this stuff. I've been enjoying doing the streaming, and I've been enjoying building this Lumibricks set. It's quite good so far. I'm really excited to see how it looks when it's done. Oh, okay. Pop that there. That works. Huh. Look at that. I don't know if I've seen them use this channel brick like that. Maybe I have. Got to build a little bit of a area over here. It's kind of an interesting color for the floor, or the balcony level there, but that's fine. And this just pops right over there. Huh. Look at that. How do we want the door to go? Oh, would you look at that? Look at it. And are you even going to be able to open this door? Well, okay. At least it opens inside. Yeah, pretty small, but maybe that makes sense for the kind of city area they're going for. And that is it for this bag of pieces. We're going to move on to bag 12, or bags number 12, and then we only have a couple more to go, so maybe I will be able to finish it today yet. So we will see. I'm gonna step away for 1 second, but stick around because I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Sorry about that, but I also am glad to be able to show off my new little be right back screen and everything there that is so special. I know down the line, maybe I'll have like a little border around me here or some other thing. I'm still figuring this all out. I'm not using the absolute best camera I could be using for my face cam there, or even for the top-down camera. I do have the tools necessary to... Okay, we have somebody coming over to join us. Let's see here. What are you doing? You want to look at yourself? What? What? So somebody said that they wanted to see more of you on the channel. They left a comment on one of my posts saying, "What does Cecil think about all this stuff?" So do you have any words? You have anything to say? Don't bite my nose. Don't bite my nose, baby. Really good. Let me go hang out with your mom. Whoa. All right. Bags 12. We're really, I don't know, maybe, I think Lumibricks gives some estimates of like, oh, how long is this going to take to put together? And I don't know if, I think we might beat it here. I think this one had an estimate of like, oh boy, like 16 hours or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think we are going to take that long. I could be wrong, could be 100% wrong, but oh, is that right? No. Is there possibly... Ah, I see. There we go. Kind of do that double window pane thing here. Or not window pane, but double window sill, I guess. Fine, that is all well and good. Now, what are we actually doing here? We're going to use another one of these sort of channel bricks. And this is going to come out and then come right back in. And we're going to pop one of these on there. Huh. So yeah, I don't know what this is going to... I guess, is this the light for like the billboard or something? You will find out. And then we're going to end up folding this in anyway? Huh. Oh yeah, and this is going to stick to something. Ooh, we might run out of... we might run out of real estate for the thing like I was talking about. Maybe not. I just don't... I can't... Oh, does this have... This doesn't have like a little TV or something, does it? I gotta see what the prints are like. This one does have an adhesive here, because then I'm wondering if maybe in the wall here we're gonna have something that like slides on it, so we can have like different things on the TV, and maybe that's what this light is for. Although, is this the best light for that? They did a really cool sort of TV light for the haunted house set that I was talking about earlier, or sort of flickered, and it had a print on it that was sort of, ooh, yeah, that is not good, and I don't think I have any. That is a bummer. Let me see what I can do. Which one is that? Oh, we are so close. Come on. I don't want to pull on these too hard. But I would like to get them over to this other piece. And so this might be some of the more trouble I've had with one of these. If I put this on there now, am I going to be able to get the pieces needed into place is the question. It's going to be pretty tough to do that. I don't want to stretch these out too much. If I do it that way, we're going to have pinched wires. Yikes. Okay. I'm going to have to sure if I'm going to be able to figure this out. Could I maybe move this back a little bit? I feel like I'm playing Operation here. Good is this adhesive, do we think? Okay. All right. Aha. Perfect. We're gonna call that good. That was troublesome, but should be all right. Maybe I just had a little bit too high on there, something like that. This one will continue over. There's probably going to be very minimal visible wires at the end of this, but I did not love how I had to do that. So one of those things, use a little bookshelf area. I think it's very likely that I am going to mix up some colors, and that's just, you know, my deal to live with. Ooh, another mirror piece. That's cool. This one's gonna be here. Oh, nope, not that one. Do we have a double-sided one? Yes, we do. I suppose a bit of a bookshelf. And that's going to cover up maybe some of where... Yeah, I think this is going to be like a little bit of a TV thing here, which we'll see how it ends up working or how it ends up looking, because did I already mess up color? Maybe I did. It's just for books. Maybe it's not a big deal. Books come in lots of different colors. As long as I'm not like mixing up something that's then gonna be needed somewhere else and the color's gonna be like really, really important. I think it's unlikely, but I would prefer to be able to just get them correct right from the jump. And you know, maybe eventually. I think they do. They have glasses for colorblind folk, I believe. I don't know how well they work. Is this going to be the TV? Did we put a thing in here? Do that. Yeah, the one from the haunted house had sort of like a pixelated look to it, and then the light sort of flashed a bit, and but sort of like not like flickered, but like slowly, and it very much reminded me of like Poltergeist, the movie, which I thought was great. I just thought the effect was great. I mean, the movie's good, but the effect in the set was very cool. Gonna have some more prints. We got, are these supposed to be records? Maybe. That's cool. Records, books, TV, records, books, stuff. Oh, so we put that there, and then we are going to build like a little sliding thing, I believe. Which, cool. Cool. Oop.
Ayahuasca will typically show you your own life in an extremely clear and unconfused way. You know, normally we protect our own behavior with all sorts of little personal explanations and reasons for why we behave in the way that we do. Ayahuasca will show you absolutely clearly and honestly really why you behave in the way that you do. Sometimes you may have been mean or harsh.
Oh yeah, these little prints are nice. I don't know if they're specifically referencing future Lumibricks sets. Sometimes they've done stuff like that in the past, where they sort of give you like a little bit of a teaser in there of what might be coming up. And there's some interesting little things. If that is the case, I would think it was cool if they did that. I'm just not sure that they did. And I don't know how public they are about, you know, what's coming and what's not. And I don't follow a lot of, I mean, I don't follow it really at all to know what's coming out. I just wait until, you know, it pops up on their website or on some other major online retailer or something like that, and then I just go from there. So that's all pretty good, looking good. We like it. And I don't, ooh, don't know if we already have seen the pieces that are gonna slide in there, and hopefully the little light piece that is in there that I had all this trouble getting to be such that I could place it where it needs to go. Hopefully that's not like protruding too much from the wall area, so that whatever we slide through here is gonna be okay. I'm imagining that the actual like printed elements for the TV area are going to be in the next bag of pieces, so we might not get to it right now, but soon, I would think. And still feel this is coming together like really kind of slowly, this bag, but I did have to do some fine tuning with the tweezers and the wire for the TV there. So where's this going? 4 back, we got a boombox sort of thing. And is there going to be people working outside of this? Maybe. Maybe that is what's going to be over here. I don't quite. Yep. Oh, no. Those are just going to go up top. So, what have I done here? I like it. I like it. That feels pretty good. Work on this other little area corner, which is going to go over here. I don't know if they're going to have a restroom. Probably. Hello. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the message. It's going okay. It's going okay. We're making real progress. And I had to do some sort of working with one of the wires here that took a little bit of time. And other than that, I've just been grooving and putting this together and talking to myself for however long, hour and 15 so far. Although it does appear that there might be other people watching, so thank you for people who are watching. I just, you know, if you don't say anything, that's totally cool. but it does feel at times as if I'm talking to myself as I stream, which, you know, whatever. Got some additional hinge elements here. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, this isn't supposed to come. Okay, no. It's supposed to come over this way. Yeah, I think you might be right there. I don't know if I've heard that before, but I try to be aware of the things I say such that I'm not the worst company to myself. And occasionally I have somebody who will join in. I had Cecil on screen earlier, and he was checking out all the stuff here, but now he's that's actually pretty funny. That's a good joke. You know, I don't know. Do I even trust myself if I tell me that hanging out with me is good? Yeah. Oh, we are going to build a bit of a restroom here. Nice. Oh, very clever. Very clever way of doing this, I would say. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean some of my friends that I interact with are like, you should talk about all this stuff in your videos, because I am a bit of a opinionated person. I try not to bring too much of that because I like to focus on whatever. But if people were in here and you know, it came up that all of a sudden I was talking about something that's outside of the domain of, you know, bricks or things and building sets and Lego, I suppose I would maybe engage with some of that, but as is right now, I don't know. If someone asks me a very deep question, I will do my best. Hello, it's Star B5W. Hello. Thanks for popping in. It's really nice. Yeah. Very cool. Appreciate it. A little bit of a sink here. We got potentially a leak going on. Oh, all right. Now I do know that because of some streams that I used to watch pretty regularly, like they how do you do like one of those, what do they call them, a raid where you just send everybody to another streamer that's on right now? I don't know how to do that through OBS or through even YouTube or anything. And up until now, it hasn't been something that I needed to consider doing, but eventually maybe somebody can talk me through it, walk me through it, and then if there's some place where people want to go, you know, let me know. This does not feel like the right color. Is it possible that I mixed up something somewhere? Let us switch this one out. Yeah, let's do that. And is that gonna work that way? We get these really cool actual like chrome mirror like pieces here, which Lego does not do anymore, but Lumibricks does do. There's a few of these in this set. They're actually, you know, reflective, which is pretty sweet. And they used to do this for various sets, other manufacturers. I don't know how these will hold up with time and play and things like that, but maybe because they're just like a wall mounted thing, it'll be a little bit better. You know, for some of the Lego ones that they did for kingdoms or castles or different stuff, if it was a sword, if it was a helmet, the chrome, you know, because they're being put on minifigures, they could wear off. But yeah, there's this. I don't know if that's, is that, you're talking to me? But the chrome looks cool. There's a couple other ones in here. I think the boxing gym has several mirrored pieces as well, which is maybe the one I want to look at next, because it sounds cool. It sounds cool to me. Is this a washing machine? Maybe? Something like that? Suppose that makes sense. In the bathroom. Yeah, we're just hanging out. I am building this. I did not design this or anything. This is a set that I bought. I'm just hanging out, building it. I have the instructions up on my computer screen, so that's why you don't see the physical instructions here. I do have them. They do come with them. But anyway, yes, this is not my own design. This is a set that I purchased, and it's been pretty cool. And you know, I'll have to get out the rest of it because this is the 3rd floor, and I can show the progress of where we're at with it, and turn on the lights, and see what it looks like with the lights on. But we're nearing the end, although I mean there's a fair amount left. Yep, it's potentially a Lego competitor, but I don't know. They're not necessarily in the same space. I think from all the Lumibricks stuff that I've built, it's been pretty cool and affordable, and or more affordable in comparison to Lego, and they do some interesting stuff. So there's no like stickers in this set. It's all prints. There is lights in this set that it just comes with some special pieces. They do have a fair amount of pieces that Lego does not have in their catalog, as well as colors that Lego does not have. And these things are, for the amount of stuff you get, significantly cheaper. So that's sort of that was like the value proposition to me, and it's paid off. I mean, I don't have any particular... Oh, thank you. Yes, that's become part of the thing here, because it's on my shirt as well, because this is some SoBricks merch, and I did like a brick built one, but that's because this is, so many of my videos are just my hands, you know. It's only really for streams that I've had my face camera on at all. So for like a long time, it was just my hands, and so I wanted to kind of incorporate that. Cecil is stepping right on my keyboard. Hopefully he doesn't. You don't need to be there. You don't need to be there, buddy. That's not for you. Coming to help, say hi to the people. Or you want to build? Or you want to go by your mom? Stuff. Oh, I lost where I was. Yeah, he is very cute. He is just sort of stinky and naughty as well. So it's it's kind of one of those things. Very snuggly. He likes to headbutt and like put, rub his whiskers on your stuff. He does love attention. He loves churu, and getting into places where he shouldn't be, because that's just the kind of guy he is. He's been on the channel in some of my videos before, and occasionally he will pop up in the stream. He's pretty good. I mean, he's a good guy, but he's stinky and naughty as well. Now he's in the box that this set came in. Cool. Cool. All right. We got the roof over here. Put the roof on. Get this light on there. Yeah, some of the lights in this set are pretty close. Like the wires are like almost not long enough, which is, some of them are like maybe closer than I would like, but we just we keep on going there. That should be it for this bag of pieces. I have some random pieces over here. We still have some more lights that are going to go on this that I'll have to feed through, and we still need to make the TV screens here, so we'll see. But we have, yeah, maybe I did want that light a little bit higher up in there because I want it centered. It's just that wire was really, I was really struggling with that. But these are all printed pieces here, which are great. And then this is going to open up, and we have the restroom in there with the chrome, and then it has the light up top, which will illuminate that area. If we look on the bottom, we got a light over here, which will light up the floor below. Another light over here. This is where I guess the stairwell is going to be. And then we're going to have some light coming through this, which I believe is supposed to be a TV screen, and I just messed it up. How easy is it going to be for me to fix that? There we go. That should be good. But maybe I wanted this light a little bit higher so it was centered on there, but I also didn't want it on the seam between a couple pieces. I wanted it on just one piece, and we'll see how it looks. We'll see how it looks as we continue going here. And on to bags 13. Which probably are going to finish up this deal. Let me actually, just to make sure our lights are working here, let's bring out the rest of this and see what we got here. Because I imagine this is gonna just go like that. Get that on there. And then when this opens up, is this just gonna open up too? So interesting. Oh yeah, that just opens up along there. Okay. Okay. So make sure these work here. TV is coming through there. The lights are going down through the levels accurately. And then if I were to take off this level that we were just working on, the lights turn off because they use these nice contact pads here. So pretty cool. So like this little room over here is not illuminated without this level on, but then we have the light up top, and that is all good there. So I like that. They do a good job with that. Okay. I wonder, we're not going to be building the floor here, are we? We might be. Because all these have kind of a little slide out floor area. And we'll sort of see what we got going on when I open these pieces. Oh, 13 actually has a lot more pieces than I thought. Oh, well, this one's just windows there. That is okay. So are we going to build the floor here? Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, it's cool. They do cool stuff. I mean, and they're improving a lot. So it's nice to see. They've gotten a lot better at routing cables and stuff like that. Even if this one I had some difficulty with one of them, but they've improved a lot. They used to pinch cables more regularly. They developed new pieces and developed different systems to avoid that, which is awesome. And up until now, I still have not. I've had a missing piece in their sets, but I have not. Crossing my fingers, I haven't had any lights or wires that were like DOA or anything like that. It's all been. They've all just worked, which is great. I mean, as they should, but it is nice for that. And I, it's probably, maybe I just got lucky. It's not unreasonable to assume that some of their lights might not work right away. I've just, in my experience of building them, I haven't encountered that. And so it's cool. It's just all cool in my mind. Okay. What do we got here? We got right behind this. Pop this one here. Yeah, they have these specialized pieces where you can feed the wires through and everything like that. So if you're only used to Lego, these are pretty different, but also there's a lot of stuff that's the same. I mean, it should be recognizable as like a brick built toy and collectible stuff, but unique little thing and affordable. And I think that's great because Lego could use some healthy competition. And while you're here, I just will remind people, go enter there's a giveaway running on my channel until I don't know when, but go enter that, and maybe I'll send you some Lego sets. Sort of supposed to be for getting to 10,000 subscribers if we get there, which is huge if we do. I really hope we do, but we'll sort of see what happens. But if we do, when we do, I want to give away some stuff. Unfortunately, right now, I do have it like limited to the US. I'm hoping, as if the SoBricks channel continues to grow, I will be it'll be more possible for me to extend giveaways out to, uh, you know, other regions and other areas, but that does complicate things a little bit. And right now, I'm just happy to be doing it at all. I've done a couple giveaways in the past, and I, some the people that win are usually pretty happy, and we get through it, I guess. So make sure to go and enter that giveaway. And if you're not subscribed but you're watching the stream, maybe consider subscribing, because it's good. There'll be I did a video earlier today that came out, which is about a Lego Marvel's Mighty Micros set, which is kind of superhero themed little cars from over, well, kind of coming up on 10 years ago, when those sets were coming out. Just I think 2016, the ones that I were looking at. Go check those out. I'm still going to be building Lego. I'm still going to be reviewing sets like I've been doing for a couple of years here and across, over 1,000 videos. And but I'm also going to be doing this. So if you like that, subscribe. It means a lot to me. So thank you very much. And we'll just continue working here. There's going to be some more prints in here, posters on the walls. Here's one right there. I don't know if Lord's Game, Outlaw Saga. So those could be references to other Lumibricks themes, I suppose, although they're just generic enough. Ah, thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Well, I don't know if people are going to watch the VODs, but potentially. I just gotta throw out the reminder there. Would you mind telling me, like, how often you're seeing ads? Because if you're seeing a lot of them, I would like to not have that many. So if you would be so kind as to, like, let me know, I would appreciate it. Because I just don't know what the ad situation is like for live streaming. And although I would love to, like, earn money through this, I'd rather have it done through, membership patrons, or like other things that people like choose to do rather than ads. It's just, as of right now, there are ads on the thing. So let me know how many you see or how often you see them, because there might be a way for me to, like, decrease the amount of ads or pause them or something like that. Oh, so interesting. And I don't know, I use an ad blocker when for myself, because I don't want to watch ads, and I think it does work on streams if I ever tune into one. So if somebody's like watching this and they have an ad blocker on their browser or something, good on you. Maybe you're not seeing them. That's a possibility. And then I just being in Sweden, I don't know. You get different ads, or you get different amounts of ads, or more of them. I have no idea. But thank you for watching from Sweden. That's cool. Occasionally on Taskmaster, which I have been watching a lot of, they will have like a Swedish chap on. Okay, that's not bad. That's not too bad. One getting in, fine. But nice. Thank you for telling me at the very least, so I have a better sense of it. I don't, have my stream running so I can watch it while I'm doing it, but maybe that is a way to do it. Occasionally on Taskmaster, they'll have like a Swedish chap or something for a task, and sometimes it'll be like they can only say the Swedish person can only say like yes or no. See ads. Huh. Cool. That's good. I would prefer to see less ads just across the board in my life. So maybe it's yeah, it's better. And they might on Taskmaster ask like, find out what this person does. They can only say yes or no. And all the contestants don't speak Swedish, and so then even if the Swedish person does speak a bit of English or maybe a lot of English, they're not allowed to use it, and then hilarity ensues. Sort of. I like it. I like Taskmaster. Do, do, do. So this is going to be. Where is this going to go? This is going to go here. It's going to go here. Okay, slide that in there. Oh, look who it is. New person coming in. Thank you for joining. This is the Lumibricks Street Fusion Barbershop, and it's pretty cool. But thanks for popping by. I'm grateful. Very grateful. I don't know. I used to bump into newbie semi regularly in some other streams, and I've popped into their streams and things before. And I haven't been to some of the streams that I used to go to more often, but I you know, Hokey Newbie's great. They comment on like every video of mine, which is very it's just very nice. It's very kind and appreciated. So yeah, I've never seen it in stores. I don't even know if Lumibricks is doing that yet or if they have plans to. So I just get them from their website or from the other major online retailer that does stuff from A to Z. Um, yeah, I mean it makes a difference, and I really appreciate it. It's a little thing, helps the algo, helps whatever. And I know I'm not always responding to everything. I'm not always the best at getting getting back to people or hitting their videos or hitting their streams, but that's one of the things I can improve on. I just will say I'm very grateful, and the channel, the SoBricks stuff, has grown a lot recently. So whether or not that's because of some minor minor virality or just the algo hitting right or whatever it is, I'm just super excited about it. And people say sometimes there's like a snowball effect. I think that's probably true. The more subscribers you get, the more you get probably. But it's been just interesting and fun, and I enjoy doing it so much. So I just appreciate anybody, like the people who are popping in here for the stream and everything else. So thank you very much. Yeah, that might be the case. I, you know, I've been sort of off and on them. I've been trying to do them more, but I'm not making like like shorts content. I'm essentially just taking videos I've already made and cutting out like one section of it. But for, I guess, channel discovery or something like that, maybe it's helping. And it hasn't, uploading shorts hasn't been like a huge time investment for me. It's been pretty chill. So if that's helping, I'll keep doing that because oh, all right. If it's an experiment to see how many ads you get, I appreciate that. Because newbie, if Poke Newbie, if you also would be so kind as to tell me like how often you're seeing ads up there in the great, well, I think in the Great White North, if you're seeing a lot of ads or if you're using an ad blocker or whatever, let me know, because I might be able to stop the amount of ads that are happening at a given time. If you're still Poke Newbie in the space, in the Pokemon, oh, hello. Thanks for coming back in. That's great. Newbie, are you gonna open up some Chaos Rising if you can find it? You're gonna, if you're still doing that stuff. Is Rocket Scott still streaming? I just don't know. I've been I've been AFK for a little while. I keep making the same mistake here. Oops. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he's up to, you know. I think I did see maybe that it was like less frequent. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the case a lot of places. Um it's just it's a weird time for the hobby, and it has been for years now, going on, several years. And I'm not sure there's really any signs of it stopping, at least for right now. The economy is what it is, or does what it does, such that like people are all trying to do whatever. Everything becomes like a speculative market. Everything becomes a money making thing, because it's like people need money. you know, and you got to do whatever. And it unfortunately isn't good for us, but it's good for the people at the top there. I think I've seen that just in lots of different things. Thankfully, you know, Lego is not like the secondary market for Lego is different because it's based around retired sets. And that obviously, you know, sets go away in Pokemon and stuff like that. But Lego is a lot like bigger. There's not like rarity things. There's not like hidden stuff generally that, oh, this one's going to be worth, you know, $5,000 or something. And they just produce a lot of the stuff. So there isn't a market like that. But then like once the set retires, you know, people use Lego as a speculative investment, I suppose. I try not to talk about that kind of side of the thing, but I know that that exists, and there are channels on YouTube that's like their whole thing, is they talk about like what sets to buy, what's going to retire, this, that, and the other thing. But thankfully, not plagued by like people just buying out the entire shelves of Lego sets and selling them at 3x, you know, which does happen for other stuff. So, and Lumibricks, nobody even knows what Lumibricks is yet. So I'm over here in my corner. I sold 99.9% of my Pokemon a little while ago, a couple years ago actually, and I'll open up stuff occasionally, but not only when I can find it, and it's whatever. Although, you know, it's one of those things. I sold a binder that I was collecting that was just all Pikachus, and I think I sold it for around $2,000 a couple years ago. And if I had that binder still, it would be worth like $10,000. Because that's just the way that the market has gone for that. I'm not too worried about it. I needed the money and whatever else at the time, so not a big deal. But man, it is crazy out there. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I don't know what the experiment was, Will, but you can let me know how it works. Is that in response to my binder situation, newbie? Because yeah, it's a bit of an oof, but that's how it goes, you know. I don't want to get like whatever. Joined again, just got another one. I'll see how long it takes for the next one. Oh, I appreciate that. That is good data there. That is good data. That'll be useful because I think there's a way to pause them. But yeah, you know, it's, you know, it could have also gone to zero. Unlikely, newbie. Like it could have been like I sold it for, you know, $2,000, and then 2 years later, that everything in that binder is worth nothing. It's not worth the cardboard it's printed on. You know, you try to. That is unlikely to happen, but you never know. And in this case, it just, some of those cards went absolutely crazy, and that's what's up. Now, what am I doing wrong here? I'm definitely doing something. And I guess I don't know when people put the craziness as having like officially started. Probably surging Sparks or so. I opened a lot of that set, and then, you know, Prismatic and everything else that happened. It just hasn't. I don't know if it's slowed down, even when people don't like the sets. You know, Journey Together, I don't think was popular. I don't think Perfect Order is popular right now. It's still probably hard to find in many places. It's just it's whatever. I used to watch Rattle Pokemon a fair amount because they would talk about the whatnot situation and the retail situation and all that stuff, Rattle Pokemon. And I haven't watched them in a long time. So I'm not up to date on all the drama and all the tea in the space, or what the whatnotters are up to these days, because it's just whatever. And there are Lego people on Whatnot, and a lot of bricks and minifigures do Whatnot. Um, and I'm always like, you guys don't need to be on there, but also, they got to make the money the way that they can, and bricks and minifigures aren't my. I don't know. They're not the best place to buy Lego. They're not the place to sell Lego, but there's some benefits. I have one locally to me now that I go into occasionally. But I there's I don't know. They don't. There's not a great reason to buy stuff from them right now, except for maybe retired stuff. And there's not a great reason to sell to them right now either. So, do 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 do. So we do one of these. Thank you. And speaking of like Pokemon and just hobbies and things like that, I sort of have picked up some other hobbies that have taken up some time and funds that maybe I would have spent on a Pokemon, because I got into semi recently knives, which is like, I never thought I was a knife guy or whatever. I just like pocket knives, been sort of getting into that world a bit, and I they're tools that I use, regularly, just a little bit different than Pokemon. So oh, whoops, this is going the wrong way. Very good. Yeah, I mean, I I don't have the like Holy Trinity stuff that people say for knives. I was very, very close to buying just a basic Sabenza Chris Reeve knife that's still probably what I will get next. I've had a lot of knives that are in different other areas. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I started with some sort of budget stuff and sort of worked around figuring out what I liked in terms of locking type and blade shape and blade steel and uh, scale material and sort of different price ranges, and have kind of worked around a little bit. Have done some little maintenance on things, like changed the scales on my Spyderco Para 3 and changed the scales on some Demco knives that I really like. And now I am. I sold a lot of knives semi recently because I don't know how many does one need, and I think I would like to have more, but also sometimes money is more useful to me than a bunch of different knives. But my favorite knife right now is this one. Uh, it is the Kunwu Metal Complex Excalibur Vertilock. This is the compact one. So titanium and Elmax and zirconium, or like titanium Damascus, or Timascus, I guess, collar. Uh, and it's kind of got an orange peel texture. I really, really like this one. And you know, Metal Complex is just a knife YouTuber, so it's weird to be like, oh, that's my favorite knife. It's not even made by like a knife guy, but it sort of is. It sort of isn't. I pre-ordered it and it was like, I don't know, but I actually really, really like the ergonomics of it, and it's good. I like that this one has a very like sort of monochromatic look for the stonewash on the blade. The finger choil up there to choke up on it is great. I like the jimping a lot. I can open it a bunch of different ways. You can like drop it. You can use the thumb stud, the thumb hole. You can reverse flick it with either one of those. You can just use the Vertilock on the back to open it. Technically, you could just reverse flick in like the fuller of this, that little kind of hollowed out section. So I really like that. It's great. Feels good in the hand. Good weight. So I've been really impressed by it, and it's not, a crazy, ultra, like luxury tier or anything. It's in the mid range area of like production knives, other than like custom knives. Once you get to custom stuff, it gets pretty expensive. But I really like it, which I didn't know I was going to, but have a lot of different stuff. I tend to like smaller ones because I just like something I can put in my pocket, use them at work and use them for whatever. But that's been my little bit of a hobby for me. And actually, just because there's only a couple people here right now and I doubt anybody is going to watch the VOD, but I'm probably going to be doing a small little knife YouTube, where I just talk about knives, and sometimes I'll be like doing maintenance on them, and I technically have the channel name and stuff already, but I haven't uploaded anything. I've recorded a couple videos, but I haven't uploaded anything yet. But at some point, there's going to be potentially me chatting about knives, because I don't know. I like it. I don't want everything I do to be a YouTube channel, or everything I do to be content. But I do like sharing like hobbies and stuff and things that I'm passionate about. So as another sneak peek, I also have that's close. Actually, you're not far off, but it's not that exactly. So, but if you gave it another couple guesses, I bet you could get there. And I'm not trying to do it to make money or anything like that. It's just to just like this. It's just to share, to talk about. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And there's another one that's also that is also secured, which will be about books. So just like books that I'm reading and books that I like, and just doing some different stuff. But they're not; those are like unrelated right now. But the naming convention is still the same, roughly. So eventually you might see some of that stuff pop up. I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know. It's just little things that I want to do because I like talking about stuff, and maybe other people will like it as well, maybe not. So a little bit of a sneak a look into what else I'm working on. But SoBlades, I do have the channel for that, kind of. Oh, did I make an error here? I mean, I think I have the name secured for it, and technically I believe I have SoBooks as well, which whenever that gets gets going. What am I doing here? There we go. Interesting. Whoops. Okay. I'm not missing one of these somewhere. There we go. I think that's the next bag of pieces. All right, maybe we will just finish this because there's only 2 numbers left. Let's keep going here. So we got bags 14, and then, oh, all right, that's pretty good. And I just, for the record, I haven't adjusted anything at all. I do believe on OBS there's like a delay ads, insert ad stream marker, share. Oh, I could just turn off monetization as well. We'll keep it here for now. I don't know if it's against TOS to like advocate not watching ads, so I'm gonna try to be careful with my stuff. But I just know I'm not a particular fan of ads, and I was talking to people because it's like, if my channel was of a certain size, would I really want to be like, oh, when I'm not, or with all the Lego I have to build, I don't always have time to eat like a healthy meal. And that's when insert brand that advertises on every podcast and YouTube channel in the world. They make it quick and easy to get chef curated meals that are healthy and tailored to every diet, and they cook in 2 minutes in the microwave. And so I actually really like them. My favorite is insert whatever name of one of their products is, and continue going. Yeah, I'm just not sure if I'm ready to do ad reads for companies themselves, but like watching ads of a thing that are just random, I don't know. Um, yeah, because there are certainly companies that would want to run ads, I suppose, eventually. I just don't know how I feel about it yet. Use code SoBricks at checkout to support the thing. Yeah. I think my dream, if this ever became something that was like, I got something out of financially, I would rather have it be no ads and have it be sort of propped up by fans and stuff like that. But I know like some of my favorite creators, podcasters and different things, they do a bit of both. They got their Patreon and their members, and they do ads, and they do ad reads, and they do merch and everything else. So I don't know if there's anything inherently wrong with that. I just trying to figure out what I want to do. And at least right now I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, because my SoBricks is pretty small potatoes, but it's growing. So one of the things about Lumibricks, they don't get like licenses, at least not yet, not right now. I don't know if they ever will. I don't know if they want to. But and I do think one of the things about them, with a lot of alternate brick brands that aren't Lego, you might find stuff that is like not their original designs. I do believe that Lumibricks stuff, they have their own designers. Same with Fantasy. I probably Insoon as well. I don't know. I haven't looked at any Fantasy sets yet. I am considering it. But I think they have designers. But there's like, if you go looking for other things, whether it's on the big online retailers or anything else, you'll find sort of brick built toys and collectibles that are designs that are essentially stolen from other mock makers and things like that, which I am against. And with Lumibricks, at least as far as I know, they that hasn't been an issue or something they've been accused of or anything, which hopefully is the case because I I like what they do. Generally, I think they make some interesting design choices for their building and building techniques and piece usages and stuff. They could do better on the text on their prints, but I know that there are other sets that are like not not original designs to whatever company is putting them out. So that is part of the reason I am a little bit weird about it. I do know I really liked the little bit of the Mattel brick shop stuff that I've looked at so far. Interested to see where that goes. I haven't been seeing them in stores. Okay. Hey, that's all right. I I can look back at the VOD, I think, and maybe I can find that out because that's useful data for sure. Because if it's like 1 an hour or something, that's not so bad, I guess. Good deal. Thank you for doing that. That's nice. It's just good to know, and I don't know if there's like a great way for me to know. I do believe like I think I have the choice to like put more ads in, insert ad. And I don't feel the need to do that, but yeah. One every once in a while, not a big deal. Not too big of a deal. We're okay with that. Okay. There we go. Couple more of these. How are we doing this? Oh, I wonder where this is going. Oh, sure. I hadn't even thought about the time difference. But thank you for being in here. Thank you for running your experiment. Thank you for chatting. It means a lot. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, take care. Thank you. And hopefully I'll see you in here again sometime. I really appreciate it. So thanks. Oh. The last bit of lighting here coming in. And what are we doing? Okay. Oh, maybe the TV is going to be in the last bag of pieces. Huh. It's kind of what I'm most interested in figuring out. Um, There we go. Do it right there. And we're going to build some nice little lights for the outside here, which will be good. Which will be good. Oh, are these? Which way are these going to go? Are these going to go up? Hope so. Maybe 2 of them will go up, and 2 of them will go down. Potentially. Okay, so we're gonna do. Come out of there. We're gonna go here. Stick this under there. These are coming back. So okay. Then, ooh. Reckon a lot of wires in there. That's all right. Being pinched there. Hopefully that's good to go. Thank you. Do whatever you got to do. I appreciate it. While you're gone, I'm going to just do so many ads. I'm going to be like, ad, insert ad. Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. But I'd much rather it just be blasting out to nobody than somebody. Because... yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna try it. But hopefully you've already went AFK. Pretty cool. Hopefully it was for like megabytes or something. Or like something else. I don't know. Hopefully it was something good though. I gotta see what the upper limit is here. Is it possible to do too many? Do, do. Oh, I see. Like how this is coming together here. And if Poking Newbie ever comes back in, you gotta let me know so I know not to hammer the ads anymore. This is an interesting song. I have no idea how this impacts VODs either. I just have no clue. But no, that's all right. Okay. Oh, oh, maybe the ads scared everybody away. Yeah, that's okay. Thanks for being here. Good time, not necessarily a long time. And I did commit to finishing this, but now I'm sort of like, ooh, maybe I don't want to finish it. But there's only one bag left, so, or several bags left, so I probably will finish it. It's just, I think we're gonna build a little bit of a billboard here. Is that right? Aha. Beautiful. Take it. We got to build the floor in there yet, too. Technic here. They make these pieces out of colors that other companies refuse to do. Yeah, we're going to use this print, which is good. Whoops. I think we're going to build a bit of a brick built character for the. Oh, that is interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if that piece is going to be used at all. And if that's going to be visible. Because that's interesting. Do, 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 do. Oh, I didn't even realize this was a face piece. Okay, they're starting to take shape. Nice. All right. just a little bit more here. Okay, this is the end. This is the last bags of pieces. So we got a little bit of roof and some finishing details. We got to put the floor up in this area here. And we're going to build the TV finally. And then we'll be done. And that'll be great. And then, yeah, I'll probably do a video about this. I'm not sure, though. It's hard to do videos like this in my current recording situation, but it won't always be. So, eventually, I would like to do a video about this. For the couple other Lumibricks sets that I did not live stream while I was building them, this is the first one I'm doing live streaming. But the other ones that I built, I sort of did commentary on the videos where I didn't do like full-on reviews, but I kind of did, but it was just a little bit of a different thing, which is I would consider doing for this, but it also in some ways already feels like I did do that because I was talking through the whole thing for the most part. So we'll see. I don't know what will end up being what I want to do. Okay, so these are the TV screens. Cool. Hopefully they, you know, look okay through here. Meaning I hope the light behind there is like strong enough and bright enough and that it ends up looking cool. And then to the extent that you can change the channel, I think it remains to be seen here. Do 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 do. That on there. So, where does this go? Right here. And do I really not put anything on there? Huh. Yeah, I guess that's kind of interesting. That you can change the channels, but not, I mean, this way of doing it is, I guess, a good way of doing it, but it's, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, but you know what? Be creative, have fun, do whatever. Rather have that than, you know, just not trying anything new or being boring about it. So I'll be okay with that. And we're going to build a bit of a kind of a fire escape ladder area, which here maybe gives us some roof access. And now we're going to populate the inside, and I know where this opens, I think. Right there. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're going to have a little bit of a hot dog in here, just hanging out. Sometimes I eat 7 or 8 hot dogs in a day. And I like them. Most days I probably eat 7 hot dogs on average. And I like them sometimes just in my room. At my windowsill is where I keep my hot dogs. I remember once I went to the doctor. He was asking me, how many hot dogs do I eat? And I was like, what even kind of question is that? He was like, how many hot dogs do you eat? And I was like, I don't know, the average amount. And then he asked me what the average amount was, and I was like, well, shoot, I don't know. Suppose that depends. We got down to it. I was eating, a hot dog in the morning for breakfast, maybe a hot dog on the way to work. Oh, I guess there's like a little bit of a kitchenette situation going on over here. We are fine with that. Yeah, this is like a microwave, right? That's not some other thing, right? This is gonna go in here. Skateboard. Yeah, maybe newbie knows about that if they're in here again, because I for some reason I want to say that those people who eat 7 hot dogs are Canadian. We'll have to see. I think so, but maybe not. Because Canadians have lots of funny people. Canada has, I should say. I think this is going to be the floor. That is a different color. Oh, that's kind of cool and fun. Yeah, why doesn't the other company do stuff like that? Huh. Yeah, gotta have bedside milk too with my window hot dogs. I like to keep my milk in the bedroom. Just in case I wake up in a panic and I need milk. Gotta have it close by. This is fun because as I'm building these, I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be yet. This is going to be the bed. building it in a very interesting way. So cool. That's exciting for me. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a bed built this way. And I've seen a lot of beds built with like quilts and stuff like that in other sets and other companies' sets. But this is a different way of doing it, and I think it's great. You know, the Lumibricks figures are a bit different, but this is still a pretty cool build for a bed. And then we're gonna pop some of the oh yeah, inverted tiles on the back there. If I could find this. Oh. And some more tiles. Yeah, this bed is great. I mean, I guess it just goes right there. That's really, really nice. Very clever, dense, very fun. Got the milk right next to the bed. Very important. And what do we got here? Dumplings, also in the bedroom. Not a bad idea. Could go for some dumplings. Thanks anybody who popped in, who's here, who's stopped in for a second or not, you know. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping in. I really appreciate it. Means a lot. Are these supposed to be cars, or are these supposed to be roller skates? Or are they supposed to be something else entirely? That's what I would like to know. Unless there's no way this is like supposed to be an aquarium or anything, right? It's just supposed to be a little thing. Is one of these metallic? I used it in the microwave. I believe so. With a toaster oven, perhaps. Nondescript game controller. It's important to include. Okay, there we go. There we go. Slides in like that. Beautiful. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now we got the rest of the roof. Yeah, there's no way this build took me 16 hours. For some reason, That's the number I thought was on the Lumibricks website. And I don't believe it's like that I'm a very fast builder or anything. But maybe they just try to shoot a little bit higher there for their estimate. Or maybe it said it was only going to take like 1 hour. And so then I was very slow. But I think it was a lot. Aha, this is good. Boom. Big windows. Great. There's no UFC tonight, so I don't have to watch that. I could just stream forever. If you're here and you're not subscribed, subscribe please. That helps. And then go enter the giveaway that is running for when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Definitely be sure to go do both of those things. Okay, so we are going to use this piece. I hope that gets covered up. I mean, I could swap it out for one of these, I suppose, but it's got some residual printing on it in between these studs, because one of the things they do, which is really, really cool and good, is they like assemble pieces together and then print them to print for like prints and designs that are going to go over multiple pieces. And they did that here for the one that's on the billboard there. And they got some a little residual printing in the sort of in the crack there. So I'm actually going to spin that around and replace it with a different piece, so that's a little bit less obvious, because now that's where I'm going to put these. It's still going to be there. You could still find it if you wanted to. Potentially that's something they should look out for if in quality control. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, and I'd much prefer, something like that happening once in a while than not have really awesome printing here that goes across two different pieces, but looks sort of seamless with the graphic there. So if what that means is that they assemble the parts at the factory and then print them, and we get a little bit of a line on this, that's fine. I'm willing to accept that, but because much better than stickers, much better than a lot of the alternatives. So I am perfectly okay with that. And in this case, I was able to just switch it out for a different thing, which makes it even easier to deal with. So that is terrific. We're building a bit of a water tower here. It's nice. I think they've built like little water towers in some of their other sets, like some of the Western sets I think have some. I think it's a nice touch. Maybe a type of architectural design that isn't as common in like Lego sets. Maybe not. And they even put the little translucent in there. Well, that looks great. Of course, we got graffiti on there. And now we're going to build up some more wall. I think. I really do think so. And then we'll turn the lights on and see what we got. Oh, this must be just the... Yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that. It's got it. Oh. I'm still cool with that. That's still good by me. Really going to be no lighting on this. So, super simple. Love it. Great. Let me whoop. We'll take this around. That printing is pretty hard to see. We'll do it. Where does this go? Like that. Just a couple more things, some finishing touches for this set, and then we will be done. Kind of a weird place to climb up, I suppose. And, that's going to go there as well. And we are going to be painting, potentially trying to clean up the graffiti, or maybe not. I mean, the graffiti almost looks like it's advertisements for this establishment, so I don't really understand that. And that's going to be it for this one. Let's get this all together. Okay, so we got the last layer here. What did I do? Is it? Oh, does this hang over a little bit? Just happened. I fear I have made a crucial error. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. I am really messing this up right now. Well, we might as well just take all that off. Get it something like that. Get that going there. Got to be a little bit more delicate with this. And how does this close? Because I don't believe this is supposed to be further up. I gotta figure this out. So we open this up. Right. These two. Do I just have that in the wrong spot? Or maybe, I guess, that's still... Wait, so... I think I just had this on a little bit backwards here, but we're figuring it out. Okay, so maybe this piece was right. Curious. If these are that. I see. Never had something like that happen. But I do believe we are about to get it. I do believe it to be true. Get this situated. Get this situated. Very good. We'll get this situated. Boom. Flip that together. Then take it off again. What a... I'm sure I'll get used to this, but man, this is not intuitive for me. Very interesting. So it's got to be the case that it's supposed to go together. And it's together. And then, now that we've gotten it there, now we can open it up. So the bottom layer and this side opens over here, and then the front opens over here. And that's how we get access to everything. Then you can slide the floors out, and then we got to close this back up first, and we're still got some problem up top. Is the problem. This piece has got to go. See. Wow, I made so many mistakes here. There we go. Now we gotta be in business. We are. Except this came out. Oh, this is absolute. Oh my god. I am a mess right now trying to get this all figured out. But we're there. We've done it. It's real. And it's done. And we're missing one piece. Let there be light. Yeah. All right. Very, very cool. These are kind of pointed right towards the camera. But we do get lights up top. We get lights coming down. There's lights all inside there as well. You can maybe see some of it. To be able to do the TV slide, it's going to be pretty difficult. Maybe if I do that and I turn off some of the other lights, that's how you change the channel. I would want to open this and then open this and then put the camera right here to change the channel, but I'll have to do that with a different camera. Wow. This had some interesting challenges in it. It was a great build. I think it looks really, really nice. But just my own sort of errors here. But on some level, you know, the first set did streaming like this, and that was its own sort of experiment. But wow, that's it. That's all of this set, which is, you know, that's cool. It's great. I think, I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's sort of a corner building. I think they did a fantastic job with the actual like marquee here. The only problem being the error on the, oh my gosh, that's going to keep happening to me. The error on the phone number for the barbershop there. But thankfully for this area, this is not too difficult to fix. I just have to be careful about how much weight I'm pushing on the top of this, because I do feel that I want to like hold it up here. But really, really cool. Now I lost this piece. This has got to be true. I know where it is. Got to be right there. And I think that's it. Wow. You know, one missing piece. Everything's good here. Looks great. Very, very pleased with it. Super fun. I've really enjoyed streaming this, and I'll hope to do some more streaming of various sets, Lego sets and otherwise, Lumibricks sets in the future, because I don't know, maybe people like, you know, coming to hang out. I like doing it. I like to talk. And so that is super cool. If you're not subscribed yet, go subscribe and enter the giveaway for when we hit 10,000 subscribers. If we hit 10,000 subscribers, subscriptions help me a lot. Join YouTube members. That helps support the channel, become more of the SoBricks community. There's going to be eventually members only live streams of different stuff and some members only videos and things like that. So go be a member if you would like. It's like as little as $2 a month. I do appreciate that. There's a Patreon. There is merch, and I'm wearing some of it. Some SoBricks merch. Go to tpublic.com, search for SoBricks. I do design it, and I have fun doing that. So maybe go consider getting some SoBricks merch. There's affiliate links occasionally. There might be an affiliate link to buy this set as well as other sets on some of my videos and different things. Click on one of those links, buy whatever you're going to buy anyway, and I might get a small commission, which is always appreciated. thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out, and I look forward to doing it again. So until then, until next time, thanks. Bye.